Welcome back to my channel and to Scarlet Hollow. Let's just continue. Woo! Alright, without transition. So, we have been looking for Stella! Stella, what the hell are you? Alright, and we didn't find her at her place. We didn't find her at the diner. Sorry, at the diner. So now let's see where we can go. So I wonder if we are allowed, if the game allows us to check everything. I will go to the police last, I think. Let's go check in on Oscar and Rosalina at the Maxwell place. Yes, the place your oh so generous cousin decided was suitable for habitation. Hey, it's better than nothing, I guess. It's a roof over their heads, for the time being. Or what's left of a roof. Is it that bad? After everything they've been through, I can't believe she'd make them stay in a place like that. Really? Is it that bad? Whoa. What was this? You don't get far before the sound of growling and desperate hisses grab your attention. What? Pixel. Wait, who's Pixel? Pixel? Whose cat is it? Okay, get away from me. I'm supposed to be an indoor cat. What? Pixel? Whose cat is it? I cannot think with the music. Okay, get away from me. I'm supposed to be an indoor cat. I'm not supposed to see things like you. You don't even talk, you freak. Okay. Oh, funny, it's like human feet. Okay. You turn to see a ditchling approach a cornered Pixel in an alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone else like last night. Ugh. Does he look like Duke? The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you, its eyes settling on you with alien indifference. You can watch in silent horror. Hey, quit it! The words feel meek as they leave your mouth, and the ditchling, unaffected, turns back to its cornered prey. I thought they were so nice and everything. Are we changing again the storyline? Is there a pipe or something lying around? Maybe we can scare it off. I don't think it can be scared off. There's no time. I'm grabbing Pixel. Wow! The face of that thing. Yay! Oh my god! Before you can react, a small pack of dogs round the corner. Careful, the dogs. Oh, damn! Before you... They pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall, and then taking turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped to shreds. Wow. Especially this little guy. Wow! Their task complete, they sauter towards you. Is it from the mayor? What the? Isn't that Daisy? And Scrubs? And what looks like every other dog in town? All in some kind of dog gang? I lived! Pixel, you got out of the library. Oh, you poor cat, come here. All right. Wait, they left the cat inside the library? They left the cat inside the library. Oh, okay. Pixel cautiously walks towards your group before clambering into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. I see how it is. Everyone likes Amy, even the cat. Hehe. We found him last night, terrified and shaking in a bush outside of the library. Psst! I wasn't that scared. I've even been helping out. Little Pixel here has been volunteering as a scout. Don't worry, we were always right around the corner. Those creatures only like to strike out when they have numbers, but they're hardly even very bright. I made sure the little guy was taken care of till the humans were awake. Do y'all know where he's supposed to be? Okay, good doggies. So you're the scraps I've heard so much about. We'll make sure he gets back to his family. So are y'all some kind of dog militia or something? Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? Gretchen really admires you, Scraps. Oh, so many things. Shoo, go on. Jit? What? Alright. Good doggies. So you're these Scraps I've heard so much about. The one and only. This here is Daisy, and we've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure the cats and dogs of the holler are well cared for, considering recent events. There are more of those things in the woods every day, popping out of the innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like it. Oh. He's done us a fine service, but you'd best make sure to keep Pixel in sight from here on out. I've got the feeling things are gonna get worse from here. Oh. Like to see you try. I was an indoor cat, but now that I got a taste of the outdoors, I will never be satisfied by the indoor life. Yeah, it's dangerous for you, but maybe I can wait till all those monsters are gone. Yes! Good doggies. Yeah. He's not happy. Thank you, I appreciate the compliment. You call me good dog? Daisy good dog? Daisy's tail wags excitedly before she regains her composure. I am sorry, I just love to hear it. Okay, we'll make sure he gets back to his family. We appreciate it, human. Word's been going around town that there was one among you who could properly understand us. That's me, plus the creepy priest. It'll be good to have you on our side during these strange times. Odd things are going around here. It's important for all of us living things to watch out for each other. So are you all some kind of dog militia or something? Yeah, I suppose you can say that. I'm sure you've met the town's illustrious leader by now. Really? I thought we didn't like this guy. What was his name? Max? No. When the powers that be abandon you, it's up to the rest of us to band together and protect those who need protecting. Gretchen really admires you, Scraps. Oh, she flatters me so. I'm nothing special, just another dog. Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog other dogs listen to. That's more that can be said for that Jimmy. Yeah, that was Jimmy. Thinks he's so high and mighty just because he can sit and stay the best? As if obedience is the best quality in a leader. Have you any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? I thought she would be with them then. Is she missing? Oh dear, Scraps, you don't think? Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Yeah, it was close last time though. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side. Can you help us find her? We've got better noses for this sort of thing. Yeah, can you help us find her? Yeah, let's go. So now we're growing the game. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take that risk. She's a well-liked dog in these parts, been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to those monstrosities. The ditchlings, Jimmy, the mayor. Alright, I want to know about the ditchlings. Is there anything we humans can do about the ditchlings? They ain't that hard to kill when there's a whole lot of us. They die easy enough as long as you don't get caught unawares. That's why we're gathering at the local dog, all the local dogs. A big pack is a safe pack. Jimmy may not be doing anything to help, but that doesn't mean we can't take matters into our own hands, okay? Now, Daisy, no need to start in about the mayor. He has his own priorities. So long as he doesn't get in our way, we don't need to go starting trouble. Isn't Jimmy the mayor? Should you give me a little more respect? Pfft, no. Yes, screw Jimmy, what a joke. One of you should have been mayor. I'm gonna go for that. Well, aren't you sweet? Some dogs just ain't fit to lead. But Scraps, you're leading. It's not his fault the humans of this town flung him so far out of this depth. Aren't your families worried about you? Off on your own like this? It's so nice that I can talk to the animals. That was really probably the best choice to choose this skill. But now I'm wondering, like, how much would I win? Like, how much content would I unlock with other skills? Okay, Scraps, we're country dogs. So long as we come home for dinner, most of us aren't missed too much. Speak for yourself. I know my family has been worried sick, but I can't let that get in the way of what's important. Besides, if I went home, they might tie me up, and then I'd be sitting dog. We'd best be on our way. So they're not coming. Same for us. For the first time that we know of, those things are out during the day, which means the pets of Scarlet Hollow need us more than ever. Make sure the humans keep an extra careful watch on their furry companions. Yeah, and please find... Oh, bye, Gretchen. The band of dogs scampers off, and I have Pixel. Okay, maybe Stella's right. So they were just listening this whole time. So Kanika and Avery were just on the side watching me talk to the dogs. Okay, maybe Stella's right. Maybe you actually can talk to animals. Kanika, you know. After last night, I'm willing to believe pretty much anything. At least Amy talking to animals is a bit of magic on our side. Yup. Pixel and Tao, you and your companions continued on to the old Maxwell place. Let's see. The cat is so huge here. Can we see anything? Ooh, it's broken. Okay. But I thought there would be multiple houses. I thought, okay, so that's an isolated house. Was it the house we saw on the hills when we were at Stella's house? The old Maxwell place. It was clearly once a mid-century modern home and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time. But it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-clouded glass. Hey, where the heck are you taking me? This ain't my house. Yeah, why are we taking the cat with us? Ah, that's Oscar. Before you can approach, the door opens and Oscar's head pokes out of the entryway. Hello? Oh, sorry if I startled y'all. The walls here are worn down enough. I could hear you coming from a block away. Good morning, Oscar. Just thought we'd stop by to check in. Thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosalina's been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He's had a long night and it shows, his graying face seemingly having aged in the hours since you last saw him. Please, come on in. At least it's probably not haunted. Pixel, he's okay. Cute. Rosalina rushes forward, taking Pixel from your arms and hugging him close to her chest. How are y'all holding up? I'm doing all right. Rosalina is... I'm fine. Oh, music change. I'm fine. Things could be worse. It really isn't a rundown as it looks. And it's got all kinds of weird little features, like an intercom and a jacuzzi. A jacuzzi? Of course, none of them are really usable with the state of the place. We've turned on the water and the pipes still work, at the very least. Though I won't be drinking out of them until I've tested what comes out. My cousin said the miners have heard at least one voice down there. Ah, in the mine. Oh my god, we're talking about this. I know it's scary right now, but Alex and Becca's might still be okay. Let's go for it. We haven't talked about this for a while. Really? She said that? Do you hear that, Rosa? Maybe everything will work out after all. I'll believe it when I see it. And it doesn't change things anyway. Anyways, you will still left them behind. You still left them behind. If they're okay, it's just because of dumb luck. Yeah. Did you say this was a jacuzzi? Can I try it? Oh, so many things. Okay, let's explore. Did you say this place has a jacuzzi? Can I try it? I don't think you want to bath in whatever has been stuck in the pipes for the past 30 years. No, I think you should try it. Maybe the lead poisoning or whatever will shave off enough years of your life for the ghost to be satisfied and we can go home. Oh, she's mad about that, huh? Rosalina, I didn't raise you to say things like that. If you can't be civil, you should go to another room while the adults talk. I'll still be able to hear you. The walls in this house are more whole than wall. It's not that bad. I was honestly expecting this place to look a lot worse. I know you've been through a lot, Rosalina, but why not see something like this as more of an adventure than a setback? Like you're camping? I don't know if that's what she needs to be hearing right now. I already did that in the back room at the library. I'm done with adventures and pretending I'm camping. I just don't want to sleep. I just want to sleep in my own bed. Yeah. We could always try going on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. No, absolutely not. I mean, during the day, it's fine, no? No one is going back in there until we have a thoroughly researched plan of action. This goes especially for you, Amy. Who knows if you'd be able to leave again? How about no one is going back in there, period? We should all agree to just leave the library alone, possibly forever. What's going to happen to your career now that the library is closed? Rosalina's eyes burn a hole into your head. What? That's a good question. I was up all night wondering the same thing. If things stay the way they are right now, it's essentially like the library burned down. Where's the dog, by the way? Where's the mayor? Because we met him at the library, right? Where's the dog? Where's Jimmy? Maybe in his family? The books are inaccessible. The building is unsalvageable. I don't even know what I would put on the insurance forms or how I would explain this to the library board. So for the time being, I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to do everything in my power to get it back before anyone has to know it was ever closed. And have any of you seen Stella? She went missing after the ghost hunt last night, and we can't get a hold of her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you. Starting to freak out a little. I'm guessing that's a no. Nope, we have no clue where she's gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were gonna be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was gonna get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay. Sometimes that's just not gonna be possible. You're only one guy. Oh my god, such words of wisdom. Thank you, Avery. So, Oscar, you're right. No, I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. That doesn't mean something bad happened, but it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. Sorry that I can't be more helpful. What about the house? This house is actually pretty sweet. I'd like to apologize on behalf of my cousin for making you stay here. What's the plan? Try to see if I get. So what's the plan, Oscar? There's gonna be something we can do to make things right. Whatever. That's enough, Rosalina. We've all just been trying to survive as best as we can. As far as I'm concerned, Amy is the only reason you aren't still down in those mines, and so I'm personally quite grateful for what she's done for our family. Besides, Amy is right. We're not going to stay here for long. One way or another, we'll get our house back. Okay, that's good. I like this determination. There's no need for anyone to take on any permanent life-changing burdens on our behalf. Yeah, in housing, it can be changed. Years of your life, not so much. I don't know. I don't care what it takes. I'm not letting that creature get the last laugh. I like that. Sure, that went so great for the first time. I've had it... Oh, it stopped the music. Sure, that went so great the first time. I've had it with a big talk. I'm going to my room. Let me know if you actually managed to accomplish anything or if we'll have to move to some tent in the woods next. She's crying. Poor girl. Rosalina storms off. As she leaves, Oscar's shoulders seems to unclench, tension leaving him as he sighs dejectedly. Let's go outside and give her some space. Yeah, poor Rosalina. I have to make things right. I'm not letting external forces shape my life anymore. It's time to face this thing head on. No more running away and pretending nothing is wrong. For Rosalina. Oh, are we gonna go now? I've been thinking, as far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal going on Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now, here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods, while entire buildings are taken over by supernatural creatures. This music is new. Is it? You think there was an inciting even? Right? I do. Oh, you know something? That's my thought too. It was never like this in the holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. Avery stares at you. It's me. I mean, it's obvious, right? Is it the detective music? Things only started happening once Amy got here. Oh, that's all my fault, huh? You're not wrong. Exactly. But it's a bit too late for me. If there's a catalyst for all this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Amy getting into town isn't the only major event that's happening lately. Pearl Ann died over a week ago. Yeah, it's true. And those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she arrived. Ah, yeah. Not to mention I started seeing things in our house before Pearl Ann passed. Oh, yeah, okay. I think. I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. Whatever the cause of this is, there must be some way to put this genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events, and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are, unfortunately, in the library. Rosalina has been pestering me to make some kind of digital backup for months, but I never got around to it. So online sources it is. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. Okay. So we've been finding, I think we can do everything. So let's go. We've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be more. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there. But who? This gives me a few threads to follow. Thank you, Amy. Amy, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there too. Uh-oh, losing the library is already a blow, but losing the only doctor's office in town seems like it would be bad. Here's hoping we sort things out before that becomes an issue. Okay. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. I don't think so. Make sure Pixel stays inside. I think there's something in the clinic. Yep. There was this door yesterday, and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Something tells me that we wouldn't, even if it would have said like, okay, let's go, let's open the door, I think something would have stopped us. Pretty sure. I might be wrong. Right, I'd almost forgotten that after everything that happened yesterday. She just said it before. You said there was something there that reminded you of the mines, right? I see. I'll dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. Yes? I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. Huh. There's gonna be a ghost in every house, right? You have a friend that lives there, right? Should we tell him that something bad might happen in his house? He might want to stay someplace else for now. If the last few nights are any indication. Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text, but I don't know if his mom will let him leave. She's got an iron grip on the poor dude, and she's probably even more of a skeptic than I was. Okay, we got a mystical thing. Mystical. One way or another, I'm going to find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can feel the pull of the clink door, and it's only getting stronger. Oh, you can feel it. We can feel it from here. You're not planning on breaking in, are you? No. Because if so, no, you're not going to do that. Let's not have a repeat of last night. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Yeah, okay, let's explore. I don't believe this is the work of some sort of cult, but let's explore. Any local cults? The cops? I think the cops are on it. What? Maybe it has something to do... maybe it has something to do with the church and the pastor? But this guy doesn't seem so... Maybe it has something to do with the church. I'm just going to throw this out there. Okay, I would absolutely believe that Pastor Daniel is a member of some weird cult. Who else would be in the cult though? Does anyone know any folks around town who are suspicious? For that matter, does anyone in town even regularly attend church? It's always seemed a little dead to me. I know almost everybody in town, or at least everybody who comes through the diner with any regularity. And I gotta say, nobody comes to mind. Does it count as a cult if it only has one member? That member is the pastor? Yeah, maybe. His creep level counts for at least 3 normal cultists. Yeah, make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by the ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces and feet and little asses too. Yeah, the anguished doughboys. I kinda like them. You'll be best friend with Reese. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything. I just think they're kinda interesting. To each their own. I mean, I agree with Avery. It's interesting. I think some dogs kept him safe. Like a gang of dogs. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. A gang of dogs? I suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact. But we'll make sure he stays safe. Good. So, whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella, and fast. We're burning daylight. Let's head out. Yeah, let's just go for the first one. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will. We're going to get the library back and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever's wrong with this town. Great. Anyone lurking? Let me look. I don't think anyone is there. I already checked it. I guess no Wayne. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? We'll go to the police last. We should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find out your cousin, since they're friends. You don't see it? Oh, come on. The two of them have such a dynamic, you know? Classic dog and cat situation. Come on, I'll drive us. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourself outside the Scarlet mines. Okay, let me look. Is there somebody lurking around? Doesn't seem so. Okay. A wall of bodies, picked signs and megaphones in hand forms a human barricade around the entrance of the Scarlet mines. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. You think? Oh, the police is there, I didn't notice. They will be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. Oh, yeah, that's one of the guys. So, how goes the strike? Alright, how goes the strike? Wouldn't you like to know? You can see for yourself, it's going strong. Yeah, that's great. A major collapse happened on the property not 2 days ago, and the boss wants us to go on about our work as usual. I'm not going back down there, knowing death or serious bodily harm could come at any second. I care more about living than I do about any paychecks. But that wasn't the old mine, right? There's a lot that could stand to change around here, and seems like damn near everybody else thinks so too. What are your grievances? We'd like competitive play, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more. Whoa. Improvements to the sick day and vacation policies. And a thorough safety inspection before any of us step foot underground again. That collapse was way too close to the active mind for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure that I won't wind up buried under 2 tons of rocks. The space is supported by the labor of folks who are too desperate for work to care about the conditions they work under. It runs them ragged, then spits them out when they're too broken to keep going. I've seen it time and time again. Yeah. We're going to change things. There's no reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. If we're the ones making her money, we should be making money too, not just scraping by. That's a lot of grievances. Working here seems tough. Yeah. Do you think Tabitha can even make those changes without the mines going under? I'm sure she can figure it out. I'm not saying she's not a bad boss. People clearly aren't happy with her. But coal's getting used less and less, and I've seen that old Scarlet house. It's practically condemned. If she has the money to spare, where is it going? I really didn't peg you as someone who'd go to bat for Tabitha. I'm just trying to get the full picture here. And if the mine fails, I don't see how Aunt Winnie's diner doesn't fail with it. Yeah, I'm really agreeing with Avery. Okay, but that's the whole problem. A single family shouldn't be able to hold an entire town hostage. The workers need a say in the business. Fair enough. I just need to talk to my cousin. Pfft, it's never gonna work. Y'all just being greedy. No. Good, Tabitha has this coming. Poor Tabitha, she has a tough week. I'm behind you folks, 100%. I have no horse in this race. I just got to town a few days ago. I have no allegiances. Isn't this a bit of an escalation? Oof. I mean... It's tough. I would say this, but I feel like it's a bit heartless, but whatever. I have no horse in this race. I just came here. I don't know the whole background, the whole emotional pain. Like, it's hard to gauge at this point, and I'm not gonna be the one who resolves everything, even though Tabitha is my cousin. She's not listening to me anyway, so, and I don't have like the business knowledge to help her with that, so yeah. Look, kid, so long as you don't get in our way, I don't care which side of this you're on. I mean, I'm a little bit more for the workers because, wait, is this a Pokemon? Oh, that's a Pokemon. I don't know how it's called in English. I mean, I guess I'm more behind the workers, but I wouldn't be able to like pitch a solution, you know what I mean? Just for the record, I'm on your side. And we'll provide all the bottomless coffee you need at the diner. And you know, if Stella were here, we just want everyone to somehow find a way to get along, which isn't not supporting the workers. All I'm saying is, almost everyone you know in town is on their side. Yeah, I know. The choice is pretty clear, no matter who you relate to, Amy. Are they forcing me to like take a side? We have enough support from our co-workers and the community that there isn't any stopping what's been started. Yeah, sure. The boss will have to hear us out if she wants anybody to get back to work. What is she doing, by the way? Yeah, and shouldn't you be digging those kids out of the mine? Any word about those kids stuck in the mine? We've heard voices, so we know they're alive. Now we just have to get them out. We've got a team working in shifts, okay, to reach them as fast as we can. Are they striking? We may be striking, that just means we're not making the boss any money. Not that we won't do everything we can for kids who need us. Okay, good. Can we visit the... Yeah, why are the... No, that's normal. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all of the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her. And we've been out here all day, so we'd know if she'd come back. Bye. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Oh, that's very lovely. Thank you. Can't say we'll be much help though. We'll just be standing around here for the foreseeable future. Yeah, no problem. Why are the cops here? I think I know, but because it's a strike, but... Miss Scarlet requested we supervise the situation. The mine's the source of a lot of jobs in town, and she just wanted to make sure nobody did anything hasty while expressing their concerns. That's a polite way of saying that they're here to intimidate us. A little reminder from the boss that she owns more than just the coal mines. Well, no, but you shouldn't, like, destroy things, for example. Like, simmer down. Nobody is here to intimidate anyone, but the Scarlet mines are private property. Miss Scarlet has every right to request some oversight during a tense situation. There's a lot more of us than there are of you. Oof. Can we visit the dig site? Oh, okay. No way. There's a ton of dangerous equipment there, and the men working to rescue those kids don't need any more distractions. It's bad enough having parents breathing down our necks. They're making the job that much harder. They have every right to be at the dig site, but that one woman, me, because mom, I know, the parents, yeah, they're being hassled enough as is. Should I talk to Tabitha? I don't want to. I don't want to talk to Tabitha. Okay, they haven't seen stuff. Let's just go. If that means we don't have to talk to Tabitha, that's fine by me. I guess that's it for the mines. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out our next move from there. I don't want to see the police. Where to next? I guess I could go to the police. Yeah, let's go. We should make sure the police knows Stella's missing. Alright. The police station is exactly what you would expect from a town the size of Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. Is it a ditchling? Or is it a person? There's a cat here. But you're also not alone here. You enter to find a worried Beau standing between you and the officer behind the desk. Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Deputy Franklin, sir. She was gonna be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and my daddy... Every time he says daddy, that's so funny. Last thing me and my daddy did together. She's important to our family. The Scarlet Hollow police are spread pretty thin at the moment, young man. Any property disputes will have to wait, if indeed there's a dispute to be had. Are you sure it wasn't some animal that took your vegetable? Sir, you know Mr. Tremaine thinks that land belongs to him. He probably thought Big Betty was his to take. Who's Tremaine? He ain't coming to his door. Ooh. So for all I know, he might be all the way to the state fair by now with our pumpkin. And there's something you can do about it? Ooh. So, hey, I remember you from yesterday. You're the mayor's security guy. We also met on Monday. I'm a man of many hats. And all of them give me authority over you, so you best watch yourself. Okay. Stella ran off last night and she's still missing. Missing person? Apologies, Mr. Calloway. But I'm not going to have to handle this first. I'm going to have to handle this first. Nice. Okay. Deputy Franklin pulls out a few forms from the front desk and holds them out. If one of you could fill these out, please. I can take care of that. Thank you so much for taking this seriously, Mike. I know Stella has a tendency to go on hiking trips, but this feels different. She can't be in her right mind, going back out into them woods after what happened to my daddy. Are you sure you can start looking like right now. Actually, you can start looking like right now. She wouldn't be off on her own when there's so many ditchlings around. Ditchlings? Amy told me about them yesterday. Them things that got my daddy. Called about them last night too. Since they've been coming up out of the woods onto the farm, I even saw one on my way here. Plain nice day. I remember the call in question. We may have gotten a few calls from other folks as well. But Hugby, and Derek's son don't seem to be too concerned. I trust the sheriff on this one. Like the little old guy. Have Hugby and Derek's son seen them? Have you? Those things are everywhere right now. They're the most concerning thing I've seen in this town since I first moved here. Look, we're stretched thin enough as it is. If you think the town should have a dedicated animal control department, you're welcome to take it up with the mayor. Your dog? Take it up with your friend's cousin. What the hell? So the mayor is really the dog? What the hell? And to answer your question, my orders are to man the station? But I'll be sure to start an investigation as soon as I'm relieved. But did you manage to find your dad? I guess not. Poor baby. Bo's stoic expression breaks, and for a moment you can almost see tears forming in his eyes, but he blinks them away. Yeah, I found him. Oh, yeah. I gathered what there was to gather. We're giving him a proper burial in the family plot. It's been tough. Wait, did they find the body? It's been tough trying to dig the hole while the farm is crawling with those hairless things, but it needs to get done. What, do you think they'll go back where they came from soon? Mama and me have tried to fight them back as best we can, but it seems like there's more every minute. They will, mystical. They will, once they've had their fill of suffering. Oh. I don't much like the sound of that. I'm sure things will go back to normal soon. I'm so sorry for everything you've had to go through. Are you all talking about Big Betty? What's all this about pumpkin? Oh no, I shouldn't have chosen this cult thing. Let's talk. Are you all talking about Big Betty? We sure are. Julius Tremaine stole her, and I'm trying to get her to the police to talk to him. And I've been telling Mr. Calloway that there is no way to prove who the vegetable in question belonged to. If there is no documentation, it's your word against his. The Calloways and Tremaines have been at this a long time. Some feud from over a century ago split the families, and they've been at it ever since. Okay. What makes you think Julius stole it? Have we met this guy? He's been claiming Big Betty was his since day one. But on account of he thinks it was planted on his side of the property. So they live very close to one another. He's never been good about the property line, same as every Tremaine that came before him. We get our fair share of calls from Mr. Tremaine as well. Not that I'm at liberty to discuss confidential police information. Okay. I was hoping we'd get a reprieve from his nonsense after what happened to Daddy. But it don't look like he's willing to give us any time to grieve, okay? You know, Julius... it's Julius! The guy who reads the newspaper. You know, Julius is a friend of mine. He's a lot of things, and he's definitely a bit of a curmudgeon. But I've never picked him as a thief. I didn't know Julius ever talked to anybody. Talk is a strong word, but I like to think we have some kind of understanding. I know how valuable is Big Betty. I talked to Duke. You want me to go over there and kick his ass for you? If you're really Mm, I don't know. Classic Southern family dispute. I don't think Bill's asking you to throw Julius in jail or anything. What? Can't you look into this? Amy is right. I ain't asking for much. You know, Mike, it sounds like Bill has a real case here. It's not just two neighbors getting angry at each other. Property's been stolen. Couldn't you get involved on his behalf just this once? After everything he's been through? This isn't the first time there's been a theft between the Callaways and the Tremaines. We've heard it all. We know exactly how it'll play out. Trust the police to do the policing, ma'am. Okay. What would it take for the cops to get involved? Yeah, first time you leave the Duke's body in the woods, now you won't even help Bo with his pumpkin? Yeah, okay, it sounds a bit weak, but... It's our job as police to remain impartial when it comes to the citizens of the towns we protect. None of us have it out for Mr. Calloway or Mr. Tremaine. We're just doing what we can to help uphold the safety and security of all residents of Scarlet Hollow. And you're doing a great job. You know, I haven't seen him since Tuesday. He's usually in the diner every day. Even if he didn't take Big Betty, it might be worth doing a welfare check. Look, kid, I'd love to help, but the sheriff has a standing order to not step foot on the Tremaine homestead. The man loves his booby trap. Oh, that's never stopped me. I don't make the rules. You'll have to take it up with Sheriff Hugby. Oh gosh. If I may, sir, and that might bit cowardly of you. I thought police officers were supposed to be brave. Damn! This isn't about courage, Mr. Calloway. This is about public safety, and it's about the sheriff's judgment and authority outweighing my own. That's convenient. Look, I've been to Julius 100 times. I can tag along and make sure nobody gets hurt. Look, I'll pass it along where he gets back, but he has his hands full right now. I can't make any promises. Weird question, but are you part of a cult? Cult? Like devil worshippers or hippies or some such made-up nonsense? There's no such thing, kid. Franklin lowers his sunglasses once again. His judgmental gaze tells you he's considering whether you're fully sane. You know, we only started getting weird calls when you rolled in town. And weren't you present at the collapse the other night? We had a long discussion about you down here at the station after the dust settled. Maybe you're projecting. Maybe it's you who brought a cult to our peaceful little town. What cult? There are no cults. There is no secret cabal that runs the police. There is no outside influence trying to sow chaos in Scarlet Hollow of all places. Everybody calm down. Can you arrest the ghost? So long as we can handcuff it, I don't see why not. Does the ghost have hands? Let's say no. Yeah, but it's super strong. It possessed like 5 people all at once. The library is dangerously haunted right now. There's a ghost in the library? There isn't a ghost in the library. There's a gas leak, remember? Haha, right, I was joking. There's no dangerous ghost in the library, but also you shouldn't go there because of the gas leak. I see. Here I thought we were doing a thought exercise, but you're all just having a little fun at the expense of the police department. I should have known. Let's just get going. Yeah, that was not very fruitful as I imagined, but at least the police know they should look for Stella, maybe, if they come to that. So, Kanika hands the completed report back to Deputy Franklin. Thank you, ma'am. I'll get this filed right away. Good luck out there. I hope Miss Richmond is alright and you'll find her very soon. You'll find her soon. I still think you might be in a cult. What the hell? We'll be on our way. Best keep your nose clean out there, Amy. Try to stay out of trouble. I'm not doing anything. Why won't you just do their job? Do you really think Franklin could be part of some cult that secretly runs Scarlet Hollow? That'd be wild. He takes himself way too seriously to do that sort of thing. Yeah. As someone who's lived in this town my entire life, there's no way. For one thing, cult activity like that, like what you're describing, just doesn't happen. Okay, I was just trying out something. Come on. I've done my fair share of reading on satanic panics and so-called occult groups, and it's almost always totally made up. People constantly freak out about Satanists without realizing they're just a bunch of debate club nerds who listen to heavy metal. So instead of not being able to rely on the cops because they're part of a cult that secretly runs the town, we can't rely on them because they're just not that good at what they do. That's so much less exciting. But either way, I guess it's up to us to solve the mysteries of Scarlet Hollow. We'll do a much better job anyway. Where to next? As you consider your next steps, you remember your appointment with Sybil. She seemed to be confident last night that Stella would be okay. Maybe she'll be able to help you find her. Yeah, that. And she'd never disparage your gift. Perhaps she's one of the few people in town who can truly understand you. I had a thought. Maybe she also has this gift. You have to see her. She's the thread tying everything together. Yeah, there's something. But at the back of your mind, you can't help but feel as if there's more than just fate drawing you to the tea room. We should talk to your mom. I'm supposed to have tea with her today. Let's go. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something. Which might actually work. Who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. Okay. She seems worried. The bells of the general store chimes welcomingly as the three of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, you two. Hope you're both recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom, it's just that Stella's missing, and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. Thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Amy about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to her. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Amy. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Mystical, something isn't right here, but it's hard to put into words or pin it down into thoughts. And I'm so sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Amy and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. You're right. I've totally left her on her own today. Oh my god, what is gonna happen? Fine by me? I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. Avery's the best. Avery is really the best. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. No, but my fave character. So Avery, I usually agree 100% with what they say. But like my favorite character, I think it's Zane, because the humor is just like the best. His humor is the best thing ever. It's just because he's a teenager, it just sounds. I love it. Anyway, but thank you, Avery. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask, are you a witch? As flattered as I am that you think that I am magical, I am that magical. I'm just an old lady who likes tea and has a few unusual hobbies. Yeah, sure. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. Though, just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. We'd be cool about it. I'll leave you. I'll leave you all to your not supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow, Amy. Wink, wink, wink. Avery, place a hand on your shoulder. Oh. Oh my god. I'll miss you, but Judy calls. Oh my god. By the way, we didn't talk about the goat. Why did you put a goat in the garden? Anyway. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner. Now something bad is gonna happen. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Follow Sybil to the tea room. I'm gonna make a little stop here and I'll continue in the next episode. So I'll reserve the suspense for the next one. See you in the next one. Bye bye.